Introduction. Hook the audience. Would you believe me if I told you that most millionaires don't drive luxury cars, live in mansions, or wear designer clothes? Instead, they live in modest homes, drive used cars, and spend far less than they earn. This is a surprising truth revealed in The Millionaire Next Door, a book based on over 20 years of research by Thomas Stanley and William Danko. They studied thousands of millionaires and found that real wealth isn't about earning more. It's about spending less and investing wisely. In today's video, I'll break down the 7 key habits of self-made millionaires and how you can apply them in your own life. Habit number 1. They live below their means. The secret to wealth. When you think of a millionaire, what comes to mind? Expensive cars, designer clothes, and luxurious vacations? Well, according to Millionaire Next Door, most real millionaires don't live like that at all. In fact, they do the exact opposite. They live below their means. This is the number 1 habit that separates the wealthy from the average person. But what does it really mean to live below your means? And how can you apply this principle in your own life? Let's break it down. The illusion of wealth versus real wealth. Most people believe that having a high income automatically means someone is rich. But the Millionaire Next Door proves that income and wealth are not the same thing. A doctor earning $500,000 per year, but spending $480,000 on luxury cars, a big house, and vacations is not rich. He is just one financial emergency away from being broke. On the other hand, a teacher earning $60,000 per year, but saving 20% of his income, investing, and living modestly, can become a millionaire over time. Lesson: it's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep. The spending habits of millionaires. The authors of Millionaire Next Door spent 20 years researching how millionaires spend their money. They found some surprising patterns. 1. They live in modest homes. Most millionaires don't live in mansions. In fact, the majority of them live in homes worth less than $400,000 and have owned them for years. They don't move frequently because buying and selling homes often leads to hidden expenses like agent fees, taxes, and maintenance costs. 2. They drive used cars. Over 60% of millionaires drive cars that are at least a few years old, and many buy them secondhand. A car loses 20 to 30% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. So why waste money? 3. They don't spend on designer brands. Studies show that most millionaires spend less than $200 on a pair of shoes and less than $400 on a watch. Instead of focusing on brands, they focus on quality and value, for they don't fall for lifestyle inflation. When most people get raised, they upgrade their lifestyle, a bigger house, a new car, expensive vacations. But millionaires avoid this trap. Instead, they save and invest their extra money to grow their wealth. How can you apply this habit? Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how can I actually start living below my means? Here are 3 simple steps. 1. Track your expenses. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never be able to control it. Use apps like Mint and NAB or a simple spreadsheet to track your spending. 2. Follow the 50/30/20 rule. 50% of your income, essentials, rent, food, utilities. 30% wants entertainment, dining out, shopping. 20% savings and investments. Millionaires tend to flip this ratio. They save more and spend less on wants. 3. Buy used, save the difference. Before buying something new, ask yourself, can I get a high-quality used version for cheaper? This applies to cars, furniture, electronics, and even clothes. 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Every time you get a raise, instead of upgrading your lifestyle, increase your savings and investments. Challenge yourself. Can I live on the same budget even if my income doubles? Final thought. A curious question for you. So, now you know the secret of real millionaires. They don't look rich, but they are rich. Now, let me leave you with a powerful question. If most millionaires live below their means, why do so many people try to appear rich instead of actually becoming rich? Think about that. And in the next chapter, we'll discuss how millionaires invest their money wisely and make their wealth grow over time. Stay tuned. Habit number 2. They invest consistently. The secret to growing wealth. In the previous chapter, we uncovered a surprising truth. Most millionaires don't live flashy lifestyles. Instead, they live below their means and focus on saving money. But saving alone won't make you rich. To truly build wealth, you need to invest. This brings us to the second habit of self-made millionaires from a Millionaire Next Door. They invest consistently and wisely. Let's dive deep into how millionaires grow their wealth and how you can apply these lessons in your own life. The power of investing. Why saving alone is enough. Imagine you save $10,000 per year and keep it in a regular savings account. After 30 years, you'd have $300,000, right? Sounds good, but here's the problem. Inflation will eat away your money's value over time. Now, what if you invested that same $10,000 per year in the stock market, earning an average 8% annual return? After 30 years, you wouldn't have $300,000. You'd have over $1 million. That's the power of investing. Self-made millionaires understand this. That's why they don't just save. They invest consistently to let their money grow. Where do millionaires invest their money? The authors of the Millionaire Next Door found that most millionaires don't gamble on risky investments. Instead, they follow these smart strategies. 1. They invest in the stock market. Most millionaires invest in long-term, low-risk stocks, such as index funds or blue-chip stocks. They don't try to time the market. Instead, they buy and hold for decades. Example, Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men, built his fortune by investing in solid companies and holding them for years. 2. They invest in real estate. Many millionaires own rental properties because they provide passive income. Instead of buying expensive luxury homes, they invest in properties that generate cash flow. 3. They invest in their own businesses. Entrepreneurship is one of the fastest ways to build wealth. Many millionaires start small businesses, reinvest profits, and grow over time. 4. They avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Millionaires don't chase cryptocurrency hype, risky day trading, or lottery tickets. Instead, they stick to proven investment methods and let compound interest do its magic. How can you start investing like a millionaire? Now, you might be thinking, I don't have a lot of money to invest. Can I still follow this habit? The answer is yes. Here's how. 1. Start small, but start now. You don't need thousands of dollars to start investing. Even $50 to $100 per month can make a huge difference over time. Use apps like Robinhood, Vanguard, or Fidelity to start investing in index funds with small amounts. 2. Follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of your investments should be in safe, long-term assets like index funds or real estate. 20% can go into higher-risk investments like stocks or small businesses. 3. Automate your investments. Set up an automatic monthly transfer into your investment account. This removes emotions from investing and ensures you stay consistent. 4. Think long-term. The key to becoming wealthy is time in the market, not timing the market. Invest with a 10, 20, or 30-year mindset, not for quick gains. Millionaire mindset. Investing for freedom, not luxury. The biggest reason millionaires invest isn't to buy fancy things. It's to buy freedom. They want their money to work for them, so they don't have to work forever. They invest so they can retire early, travel, and spend time with family. They understand that financial independence is the ultimate goal, not just a high income. Final thought, a curious question for you. Now that you know the secret of how millionaires grow their wealth, here's a question to think about. If investing is the key to financial success, why do so many people choose to save money in a bank instead of investing it wisely? Think about it. In the next chapter, we'll uncover why most millionaires don't inherit their wealth, but build it from scratch. Stay tuned. Habit number 3. They avoid status symbols, the hidden secret of real millionaires. In the previous chapter, we learned that millionaires invest consistently to grow their wealth. But here's something even more shocking. Most millionaires don't even look rich. This brings us to the third habit of self-made millionaires from a Millionaire Next Door. They avoid status symbols. In other words, they don't waste money trying to look wealthy. Instead, they focus on building real wealth, even if that means driving an old car, wearing simple clothes, and living in an average neighborhood. Let's dive deep into why millionaires reject the status-driven lifestyle and what lessons we can learn from them. The illusion of wealth versus real wealth. Society has tricked us into believing that wealthy people must always look rich. We see celebrities in luxury cars and assume that's what wealth looks like. Social media influencers show off designer clothes and vacations, making us think that's what success means. But the truth is, many of these people are drowning in debt just to look rich. On the other hand, most real millionaires don't care about impressing others. Instead, they quietly build their wealth and focus on financial independence. What millionaires don't spend their money on. The authors of the Millionaire Next Door found some surprising facts about millionaire spending habits. 1. They don't buy expensive cars. Most millionaires drive used cars instead of brand new luxury vehicles. The most common car among millionaires? A Toyota or Honda, not a Lamborghini. Why? Because new cars lose 20 to 30% of their value the moment you drive them off the lot. 2. They don't live in mansions. The majority of millionaires live in middle-class neighborhoods, not in giant, overpriced mansions. They prefer to own a modest home and invest their extra money instead of paying huge mortgages. 3. They don't waste money on designer clothes. Studies show that most millionaires spend less than $200 on a pair of shoes and less than $400 on a watch. Instead of chasing brands, they focus on quality and practicality. 4. They don't fall for lifestyle inflation. Just because they earn more money doesn't mean they upgrade their lifestyle. They maintain the same spending habits, even when their income increases. Why do millionaires live this way? You might be wondering, if they have money, why don't they enjoy it? The answer is simple. Real millionaires know that wealth equals freedom, not luxury. 1. They want to achieve financial independence, not impress others. 2. They understand that flashy things don't bring long-term happiness. 3. They know that wasting money today means less wealth in the future. Instead of wasting money on things that lose value, they invest in things that increase value, like businesses, stocks, and real estate. How can you apply this habit in your own life? Now, you might be thinking, I don't have millions yet, so how can I apply this? The answer is, start small and develop the mindset of a real millionaire. 1. Stop buying things just to impress others. Ask yourself, am I buying this of myself or to show off to others? Learn to be happy with less material stuff and more financial security. 2. Buy a used car instead of a new one. Instead of financing an expensive car, buy a reliable used car and invest the difference. 3. Rent or buy a modest home. Instead of buying a big house you can barely afford, live in a home that fits your actual needs. Millionaires prioritize financial security over fancy addresses. 4. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Whenever you get a raise or a bonus, don't immediately upgrade your lifestyle. Instead, invest that extra money into assets that will grow over time. Final thought, a curious question for you. Now that you know why millionaires avoid status symbols, here's something to think about. If most millionaires don't buy luxury cars, designer brands, or big houses, then who is actually buying all these things? Think about it. And in the next chapter, we'll reveal another shocking truth. How millionaires manage their money like a business and why most people fail at it. Stay tuned. Habit number 4. They manage their money like a business. The millionaire mindset. So far, we've learned that millionaires live below their means, invest wisely, and avoid status symbols. But there's another powerful habit that separates the wealthy from the average person. Millionaires manage their money like a business. Most people handle their money emotionally, spending based on impulse, desires, or social pressure. But millionaires treat their finances logically and strategically, just like a successful business owner. In this chapter, we'll break down how millionaires manage their wealth and how you can apply their strategies to take control of your own finances. Why managing money like a business is important. Think about this. What happens to a business that spends more than it earns? It goes bankrupt. Yet, most people do exactly this with their personal finances. They earn money, income, spend everything or more than they make expenses, don't track where their money is going, end up in debt, living paycheck to paycheck. Millionaires never let this happen. They follow the rules of financial management, just like successful businesses do. How millionaires manage their money like a business. 1. They have a budget and track every dollar. A business always knows where its money is going. Millionaires track their income, expenses, investments, and savings carefully. Many of them use simple budgeting techniques like the 50/30/20 rule. 50% for needs, housing, food, utilities. 30% for wants, entertainment, shopping, travel. 20% for saving and investing. How you can apply it. Use apps like Mint and NAB or a simple spreadsheet to track your money like a pro. 2. They pay themselves first. Most people get paid and spend first, then save whatever is left. Millionaires save and invest first, then spend what's left. This is called the pay yourself first method, and it's a game changer. How you can apply it. Set up automatic transfers so that a portion of your paycheck goes into savings/investments before you even touch it. 3. They avoid bad debt and use good debt wisely. Millionaires understand the difference between bad debt and good debt. Bad debt. Credit cards, car loan, high-interest personal loans. They avoid this. Good debt. Loans for income-producing assets like real estate or businesses. They never take debt to buy luxury items. Only for things that grow in value. How you can apply it. Pay off high-interest debt first and avoid unnecessary borrowing. 4. They have multiple streams of income. A successful business doesn't rely on one customer. It has multiple revenue sources. Millionaires apply the same principle by creating multiple streams of income. They might have a job or business, primary income, investments in stocks, real estate, or side hustles, secondary income, passive income sources like rental properties or dividend-paying stocks. How you can apply it. Start a side hustle, invest in assets, or develop a skill that can generate extra income. 5. They plan for the future, emergency funds and investments. Businesses always have a financial backup plan. Millionaires always have an emergency fund, usually 6 to 12 months worth of expenses. They also invest for long-term financial security, not just short-term gains. How you can apply it. Build an emergency fund and start long-term investments, index funds, retirement accounts, real estate, etc. The millionaire mindset. Thinking long-term. The biggest difference between millionaires and the average person is their mindset about money. Poor people think about spending today. Middle-class people think about saving for tomorrow. Millionaires think about investing for the next 10, 20, or even 50 years. Lesson. Think like a business. Plan your money for the long run. Final thought. A curious question for you. Now that you know how millionaires manage their money like a business, here's a question to think about. If millionaires focus on long-term financial planning, why do most people only think about their next paycheck? Think about it. And in the next chapter, we'll discuss another critical habit of millionaires, how they surround themselves with the right people, and why your social circle affects your financial future. Stay tuned. Habit number 5. They surround themselves with the right people, the power of association. We've already discovered that millionaires live below their means, invest wisely, avoid unnecessary luxuries, and manage their money like a business. But there's another secret that most people overlook. Millionaires carefully choose who they spend their time with. There's a famous saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is true for your mindset habits and even your financial success. In this chapter, we'll explore how millionaires surround themselves with winners and how you can do the same to accelerate your journey to success. Why your social circle affects your financial future. Think about this. If you spend all your time with people who complain about money, you'll likely develop a negative mindset about wealth. If your friends waste money on things they can't afford, you might start doing the same. If your family believes rich people are greedy, you may subconsciously avoid financial success. On the other hand, if you spend time with successful and driven people, you'll naturally start thinking and acting like them. If your mentors invest wisely and make smart financial choices, you'll learn those habits too. If your network consists of ambitious and growth-minded individuals, you'll feel motivated to achieve more. This is why millionaires are extremely selective about who they associate with. How millionaires build a winning network. 1. They spend time with like-minded, ambitious people. Millionaires don't waste time with negative, toxic, or lazy people. They build relationships with those who challenge and inspire them to grow. Many successful people even pay money to be part of exclusive mastermind groups because they understand the power of association. How you can apply it. Take a hard look at your social circle. Are your friends and colleagues helping you grow or holding you back? 2. They learn from mentors and role models. Instead of figuring everything out alone, millionaires seek advice from people who are already successful. They study books, attend seminars, and network with experienced professionals. Many successful people credit their mentors for helping them reach financial independence faster. How you can apply it. Find a mentor, someone who has already achieved what you want. Learn from their experiences instead of making costly mistakes. 3. They avoid negative and toxic people. Millionaires cut off relationships that drain their energy or hold them back. They don't entertain constant negativity, jealousy, or gossip. If someone is always complaining, blaming others, or making excuses, millionaires distance themselves. How you can apply it. If someone in your life constantly discourages you, it might be time to spend less time with them and focus on more positive influences. 4. They join groups, communities, and networks of high achievers. Millionaires don't try to succeed alone. They join business groups, mastermind circles, and professional associations to surround themselves with winners. Being in an environment where success is normal makes it easier to adopt the same habits. How you can apply it. Join local business meetups, online forums, or mastermind groups where you can connect with ambitious people. 5. They surround themselves with people who hold them accountable. Millionaires know that discipline is easier when you have accountability partners. They have friends, mentors, or coaches who push them to stay consistent with their financial and life goals. They don't rely on willpower alone. They use social accountability to stay on track. How you can apply it. Find an accountability partner, someone who will challenge you to stick to your goals and financial discipline. The millionaire mindset. Who you surround yourself with determines your future. The biggest reason millionaires carefully choose their social circle is that they understand. Your environment shapes your beliefs and habits. Success is contagious, so is failure. The people you surround yourself with either pull you up or drag you down. Lesson. If you want to change your financial future, start by changing who you spend time with. Final thought, a curious question for you. Now that you know the power of association, here's something to think about. If surrounding yourself with the right people is so important, why do most people stay stuck in negative environments that hold them back? Think about it. In the next chapter, we'll reveal another powerful secret. How millionaires develop self-discipline and master their time for unstoppable success. Stay tuned. Habit number 6. They master self-discipline and time management. The secret to consistent success. We've already uncovered that millionaires live frugally, invest wisely, avoid unnecessary luxuries, manage their money like a business, and surround themselves with the right people. But there's one key habit that ties everything together. Millionaires master self-discipline and time management. It's easy to dream of success, but without discipline, those dreams remain just that, dreams. In this chapter, we'll explore how millionaires develop laser-sharp focus, eliminate distractions, and use their time wisely to achieve massive success. Why self-discipline and time management matter. Most people waste time and make excuses, while millionaires treat time as their most valuable asset. Think about this. Money lost can be regained. Opportunities missed can come again. But time wasted is gone forever. Millionaires understand that how they spend their time determines their level of success. How millionaires develop self-discipline and manage their time wisely. 1. They set clear goals and stick to them. Millionaires don't just hope for success, they define it clearly with written goals. They set long-term, mid-term, and short-term goals. More importantly, they review these goals regularly and track their progress. How you can apply it. Write down your financial and personal goals. Review them daily to stay focused and motivated. 2. They plan their days in advance. Most people wake up and go through the day without a plan. Millionaires start every day with a to-do list or schedule. They prioritize tasks that bring them closer to their goals and eliminate time-wasting activities. How you can apply it. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each night planning the next day. Focus on high-value tasks first. 3. They follow the 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. Millionaires know that 80% of results come from 20% of their efforts. Instead of trying to do everything, they focus on a few key actions that bring the biggest rewards. How you can apply it. Identify which tasks give you the highest return, whether it's in your job, business, or personal life, and focus on them. 4. They avoid time-wasting distractions. Millionaires don't waste hours scrolling social media, binge-watching TV, or engaging in unproductive gossip. They limit distractions and focus on meaningful work. Many millionaires even schedule distraction-free time where they work deeply on important tasks. How you can apply it. Try turning off notifications, setting time limits on apps, or using techniques like Pomodoro, 25 minutes of focus, 5-minute break. 5. They exercise and take care of their health. A healthy body equals a productive mind. Millionaires prioritize exercise, good nutrition, and quality sleep because they know it improves their energy, focus, and discipline. They don't overwork themselves to exhaustion. They balance hard work with self-care. How you can apply it. Schedule daily exercise, eat healthy foods, and prioritize sleep to boost your productivity. 6. They say no to unnecessary commitments. Millionaires value their time too much to waste it on things that don't align with their goals. They're not afraid to say no to distractions, unnecessary social events, or obligations that don't serve their purpose. How you can apply it. Practice saying no more often when something doesn't align with your goals or values. 7. They stay consistent, even when they don't feel motivated. The secret to success isn't just working hard when you feel inspired. It's about showing up every day, no matter what. Millionaires know that discipline beats motivation in the long run. Even when they don't feel like it, they stick to their habits and routines. How you can apply it. Commit to doing at least one productive thing every day, no matter how small, to build consistency. The millionaire mindset. Time is more valuable than money. The biggest difference between millionaires and average people is that millionaires protect their time as fiercely as they protect their money. They don't waste time on useless entertainment or gossip. They treat their daily schedule as sacred. They focus on what truly matters and ignore the rest. Lesson. If you want to be successful, stop wasting time and start using it wisely. Final thought. A curious question for you. Now that you know how millionaires master time management and self-discipline, here's something to think about. If time is the most valuable asset, why do most people trade it for things that don't bring them closer to success? Think about it. And in the next chapter, we'll reveal another powerful secret: how millionaires develop an unstoppable mindset and handle failures like champions. Stay tuned. Habit number 7. They have an unstoppable mindset, turning failures into stepping stones for success. We've already explored how millionaires live below their means, invest wisely, surround themselves with the right people, manage their time efficiently, and stay disciplined. But there's one final, most important habit that separates the ultra-successful from the rest. Millionaires develop an unstoppable mindset and never let failures define them. Everyone faces setbacks, but what makes millionaires different is their ability to bounce back, learn from mistakes, and keep pushing forward. In this last chapter, we'll uncover how millionaires turn failures into opportunities, develop resilience, and maintain a winning mindset, no matter what happens. Why mindset is the key to success. The truth is, most people fail not because they lack talent or resources, but because they give up too soon. Fear of failure holds them back. They make excuses instead of taking action. When faced with obstacles, they quit instead of learning and adapting. Millionaires, on the other hand, see failures as lessons, not as roadblocks. Instead of saying, "I failed, I'm not good enough," they say, "White heavy check mark. I failed, now I know what doesn't work. Let's try again." How millionaires build an unstoppable mindset. 1. They embrace failure as a learning experience. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. Every successful person has failed many times before they succeeded. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed 10,000 times before succeeding. When asked about it, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." How you can apply it. Instead of fearing failure, analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and try again. 2. They take full responsibility for their life. Millionaires never blame others for their situation. They don't say, "I'm broke because of my parents," or "I can't succeed because of the economy." They believe in taking full control of their actions and decisions. How you can apply it. Stop blaming others, your past, or external circumstances. Take responsibility and focus on what you can control. 3. They have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. Psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck discovered that people either have a fixed mindset, "I'm either good at something or I'm not." A growth mindset, "I can improve at anything with effort and learning." Millionaires always have a growth mindset. They believe they can develop any skill, overcome any challenge, and improve through continuous learning. How you can apply it. Start believing that your intelligence, skills, and success are not fixed. They can grow with effort and persistence. 4. They stay positive, even in tough times. Everyone faces problems. What matters is how you respond. Millionaires focus on solutions instead of complaining. They practice gratitude and optimism, which keeps them motivated. How you can apply it. Every time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? 5. They take action, even when they're not ready. Most people wait for the perfect moment to start, but that moment never comes. Millionaires understand that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Instead of overthinking, they take action and adjust along the way. How you can apply it. Stop waiting for the right time to start that business, learn that skill, or invest. Take action today, even if it's a small step. 6. They surround themselves with inspiration. Success leaves clues. Millionaires read books, listen to successful people, and stay in an environment that encourages growth. They avoid negative news, toxic people, and limiting beliefs. How you can apply it. Feed your mind with positive, growth-focused content. Read books, watch educational videos, and follow inspiring people. The millionaire mindset. Your mind is your greatest asset. The biggest difference between winners and losers isn't intelligence or luck. It's mindset. Losers give up when things get hard. Winners see challenges as opportunities to grow. Millionaires know that success isn't about luck. It's about persistence, discipline, and belief in oneself. Lesson. If you master your mindset, you can master your life. Final thought. A curious question for you. Now that you know the power of mindset, here's a question to think about. If failure is just a lesson, why do so many people fear it and never even try? Think about it, and remember, your success is in your hands. Final suggestions. How to apply this book's lessons in your life. This book is full of powerful lessons, but reading alone won't change your life. Action will. Here's how you can start applying these millionaire habits today. White heavy checkmark step 1. Track your finances. Start budgeting and cutting unnecessary expenses. White heavy checkmark step 2. Invest wisely. Learn about investing and start small. White heavy checkmark step 3. Choose your social circle wisely. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. White heavy checkmark step 4. Master your time. Plan your day, avoid distractions, and focus on high-value tasks. White heavy checkmark step 5. Develop self-discipline. Stick to your goals, even when it's hard. White heavy checkmark step 6. Take responsibility. Stop blaming others and take control of your life. White heavy checkmark step 7. Adopt an unstoppable mindset. See failures as lessons and keep moving forward. If you apply even one of these habits consistently, you'll start seeing massive changes in your life. And remember, success isn't about luck. It's about building the right habits, one step at a time. So, which habit will you start working on first? Let me know in the comments. Conclusion, final message. So, what can we learn from the Millionaire Next Door? Millionaires don't act rich. They act smart. They live below their means, invest consistently, and focus on financial independence. They avoid debt, track their money, and raise financially smart children. If you want to build wealth, don't just earn more. Learn to spend less and invest wisely. What's the most surprising lesson you learned today? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future book summaries.